Hey everyone, and welcome back to another season with the Ron Mexico League. Everyone is excited. Football is back as we watch some of the greatest athletes in the country. Yeah, some of the greatest athletes. We've had some big changes to the league with owners, points, waiver wire, rules, and to help me out with some of those, I have my trusty colleague Derek.
Thank you for the introduction, Eric. Can't believe you were still league manager after the last election. Not to mention, you suck at editing these videos.
Well, I guess I do the job that no one else wants. But how can you knock my
Editing just because I haven't taken a class
on video editing?
I have watched YouTube videos.
In this day and age, that makes me an expert. Before we get into week one results, I want to go over the draft. Go for it.
We can tell who's who.
All right, first pick in the draft.
Oh, it's a blue one.
Fucking great job. I think that's Teal.
Teal?
Teal.
Who's Teal?
Jonathan.
John
with the first pick in the draft.
So this is our first draft in a couple of years with everyone attending. I want to say thanks to everybody for not auto drafting, although Jason, might not work out in your favor. Hopefully next year we get more in-person drafting, so Gip isn't requesting everybody turn their video on.
To be fair, it was a great tactic to create distraction during the draft. The bad news is it distracted Gip and he auto-drafted his second pick.
Yeah, well, no surprises then that A.J. Brown was his youngest pick. I think most of the others are over 30, or hell, some are even over 40. I suppose that's why his team name was Drafting for 10 years ago. So let's get into week one after a short commercial break.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
I have a meeting in 5 minutes.
That's okay. I have the baby boomer.
What's the baby boomer?
Just apply the baby boomer to any problem and there.
That made it worse.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Unfortunately, there were not many good matchups coming down to the wire for Monday Night Football. A lot of the matchups were decided early, but there was quite a big race for Big Fudge for the first Big Fudge of the year. For those watching for the first time, Big Fudge is the high score of the week, getting $10 for that high score. As with last year, Krill and Gip were vying for the week one Big Fudge, and Gip came out on top. We know what happened last year when Big Fudge went to Gip week one, and it looks like he's going to be on track, considering most of his players will be on Social Security by week 10. For play of the week, I will give it to our closest matchup between Troy and Kyle. Troy had the Prescott and Lamb combo combined for over 40 points. It seems the Cowboys' strategy of having Prescott throw 56 times a game is paying off. I mean, not for the Cowboys, obviously, since they still lost, but hey, it's good for fantasy. Lastly, our first experience with FAAB waiver wire, which is essentially an auction waiver wire. Krill blew his entire load on Mitchell. Obviously, the rest of the league didn't bet as much because they're waiting for the next starting running back that has a good O-line. In a 14-team league, those are more common than an honest politician, so we can't wait for those to show up in week 10 right before playoffs. Well, that's it for the week one recap. Week two brings us some nice matchups with 4 of the winning teams facing each other, so it'll be good to have a little less undefeated teams.
Good luck to everyone this weekend. Keep up the good vibes, bro.
All right, see you all in the next update.